we're the huge movie fanatics here to do a review for Gravity. I almost forgot what we were doing. He did a solo review on that. This is my my review along with him. And this movie is 4 stars. It's the most interesting spectacle I've seen in cinema in years. Probably since Inception, maybe even before Inception. I saw it in 3D. I saw it. And that's exactly how you should see this movie. Just every step of the way, Alfonso Cuarón really just knocks it out of the park. Visually, everything is just extraordinary, and I love the subtle performances by Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. But you feel every step of this movie. You're claustrophobic the whole way, as when she's like spinning out of control and whatnot. You get sick with her. He did a great job of imprinting you onto her.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
That was done in a way that I've never really seen in a movie. And this movie is probably the best movie of the year. I said About Time was a better movie, just because of how it had me emotionally. But this is clearly the best movie of the year, as I say, in multiple years. This is the best thing to come out. This is a fantastic director. Some of his previous movies are just incredible, and I'm going to single out Children of Men. I don't know if you ever saw that, but...
Oh, God, I didn't really even like that. I was wondering what else he did, yeah.
That's an amazing movie. He did an amazing job with this.
And just think of the terabytes it took to not only render, but just all the simulation of every single particle of which way it goes. What's over a terabyte? What comes after a terabyte?
I'm not even sure.
Oh, okay. A big, huge byte.
Yeah, it was impressive, and I learned a little bit of how he shot a lot of this stuff, and he did one of the previous Harry Potter movies, and it's produced by the people who produced all of the Harry Potter movies. They sort of worked together in tandem to do this one, and they had this huge water tank that they used for the 4th and last Harry Potter movie. So they filmed a lot of their space scenes in that to mimic the weightless zero gravity. They did it in water and used these tanks to their benefit. And
what, in front of green screen or what? How they?
Yeah, it was the whole thing is a green screen tank. It's built to have thousands of gallons of water in it. It's this huge epic tank.
Harry Potter tank.
It was the biggest one ever built, I think, and it was built for the 4th Harry Potter movie. And they kept it around for this one, and it mimicked exactly what he needed it to. And so they used it both with water and without water to get the zero gravity and stuff. And he's just a really interesting and imaginative filmmaker. He did a lot of most of his movies have something really unique to them, and that you've seen before, but you've not seen done in this way. And this uses space in a way that I've never seen. And I loved it, and the adventure all the way back to Earth is fantastic.
One of the things that I forgot to mention in my solo review, which pissed me off, but now I get to mention, is that how great, and people don't understand this, and I'm a big nature person, and when I'm on a lake or the river or whatever in a kayak, I wish more people, not enough people experience this sense of just this existence without just noise in your brain. And so much I thought was so great about some of them shots of being so far above everything. Mm-hmm. and you realize that when you're disconnected or so far from everything, that when you have no this is really late in the review, so I'm my mind's shutting down and I barely had any sleep, but when you have no point of reference, when you're up in space and have no point of reference for anything, it's just then it's this feeling of just, I don't know how to even put it in words, but this feeling of, I guess, isolation or whatever, or that definitely things that you might think are important that are just superficial just aren't. So this is a great idea of, I wish more people could pull back from the planet like that and just go up here and not see the goddamn borders and not see
Yeah.
all this shit and just and realize in a way how simple things really are and how complicated the society shit. How complicated the society, you know, like makes it. I mean, like popular culture or whatever. So that was one of the things I took away personally from the movie. Some of that when she's alone and just, you know,
Yeah.
and it's so anyway.
I liked when she first gets out of her suit, and then you see it sort of floating, and then the cord looks like it's sort of coming from her belly, and she's floating kind of upside down, and it looks.
Well, I remember her in a
embryo
fetal
stuff.
position at one
Yeah.
point. Was that it?
Yeah, and I was like, that is such a great freaking visual. Man, that's amazing.
Well, I only saw this once, and I can't remember too much like substance. I mean, how much, I remember, I mean, obviously, I think it's the best thing I saw in the theater since There Will Be Blood, but looking back on it, I mean, it's just great, like visually and technically, but I mean,
There's not much to the story. It's
but
just-
somehow something about its simplisticness grips at your soul, though, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's what affected me, and what I commented on my solo review of Gravity is the very end, when obviously the title is Gravity, when she pulled herself up.
Yeah.
And there was a brief moment, and I mentioned in the solo review how I'm not too sure it was enough where she, because I almost missed it, where she like was gonna push herself up and then like, ugh.
Yeah, I love that moment.
And that was great, and I almost think it wasn't loud enough for like everyone to see, but maybe it was, I don't
Yeah,
know. But,
I love that moment.
but that was great, and like, God, when she landed, you think, oh, she's all safe, and then she gets out, and their suit's pulling her down, and it's just like, ah!
Yeah, like it was the most intense experience.
It's just a phenomenal experience. I can't wait for the Blu-ray, and that comes
Yeah.
out like next month, I think.
Yeah,
so,
24th, I want to say.
sounds like you could be right, but anything else?
No, that the Oscars were just announced today, and that movie was nominated for Best Picture. So just want to throw that out there.
What else is
And
nominated?
I hope that at the very least Alfonso should get a win for Best Actor. He got nominated for
Best Director, you mean?
Best Director, and Sandra Bullock got nominated for Best Actor. She's not going to win, but I hope Alfonso wins for Best Director. The movie probably won't win Best Picture, but it's too late.
Yeah, well, fuck Oscars. But Gravity is phenomenal. Like I say, all the simulation engines or whatever they use to make the movie for all them bits and pieces, and even something like the arm, and then when it gets hit by that and how that changes, it's.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated with space ever since I was a kid, and seeing some of them, whatever they were called. I don't know if they were IMAX, but whatever was at the
Omni Theater and stuff.
yeah, where it was like this, where it was
Yeah.
a big circle
Yeah.
thing. I don't know what they called that. Was that?
I think that's Omni Theater.
Oh, Omni Theater. Yeah. And so I saw like there was this Omni Theater movie called The Dream Is Alive, and I think we saw that at least twice. You know, and back when in the '80s and stuff. So I always loved, and obviously, you know, I love 2001, which it's on the list, but I don't know if we'll get to it today. We're gonna do a review of 2001 because I know that you might not like it too much, and I think it's one of the best movies. So that'll be fun. You should probably bring a helmet. So it'd actually be interesting to see what Stanley Kubrick would have thought of Gravity. He probably would have. If not liked certain aspects of it. I
Yeah.
think it's one of the better, you know, space movies
Yeah.
since 2001 that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. It's just an amazing movie.
I don't know if I said it this time, but 4 stars, obviously.
4 stars for me.
My favorite movie, if you watched our best and worst of 2013, my pick for the best of last year, myself. So,
Yep.
out of what I've seen, I haven't seen everything, or hardly, I should say. I've seen
Yeah.
like 5 movies out of last year. All right. Thanks for watching.